This is beautiful. Ooh, look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Spiritual experience. There we go. That's beautiful. God is good. You gotta get up every morning and say that. Even when it's bad, say God is good. That way you can stay motivated. Even when it's bad, remember that. What's up now? It's me, Will. Let me wipe my lens off real quick or get into this. Today is April 10th, 2022. No, damn. April 10th, 2023. I don't even know why I said 22, but it is what it is. All right. Welcome to the channel, Aftermath Conscious. I have actually done a few videos already on this channel, and I watched my videos, rewatched them, and I came to the conclusion that I needed to kind of do better content. So I took a while to make another video because I really wanted to kind of sit back and think about what I really want to say and how I want to say it, and you know, just to make the content better. That way I can actually help somebody instead of people focusing on the language. You understand? So I actually sat up and I had been watching other YouTube channels, and you know, some big channels, some small channels, but the main thing about it that I noticed, a lot of the YouTube videos that I've been watching, people have their language is not all the way out there. You understand? Like profanity. They don't really use any profanity in their videos. So that right there, I'm going to try to not say any bad words, you know. So, and also I notice a lot of people, they're more in tune with the camera, you know. So I guess that's what I actually noticed. So I'm gonna get into this video. Y'all know what my channel's about. If you're watching the videos on this channel, you kind of understand what what my YouTube channel's about. It's about living a clean, sober life. Now, how I want to get into this is, first I'm gonna let you know my name is Will. As of today, my clean date is March 7, 2007. So today, I have 16 years. 16 years ago, that I came to a actual realization that I need to change something about myself so I can start living a better life. March 7, 2007 is my clean date. I haven't actually been how can I say it? I haven't actually had a drink or drug or anything that altered my mind since that day, March 7, 2007. And today is April 10th, 2023. So that's been a long time, you know. And I could tell you this much: throughout the time of me when I first got clean and sober, I went through a lot. You know, I did have a lot of cravings. I had cravings early on, and You know, come to think about it. Yeah, like I said, when I first got clean, sober, however you want to call it, you know, when I first made that decision on saying, okay, this is it. I'm not doing this no more. I'm gonna tell you, it was hard. Yes, it was hard. But let me go back. I had a little help. When I got clean and sober when I got incarcerated. So I was incarcerated for a while, got out, and to come to tell you, yeah, when I got out, cause I did like a year in prison. I got out of prison, and I'm gonna tell you, when I got out of prison, I did have the same cravings. They kind of like came and hit me, but when I got out, thing about it is that I had people on the other end that was kind of like helping me out. You understand? They were like, it was like call before, not after, right? So I used that method. Now, if you familiar with AA, NA, CA, you know, those anonymous programs, 12-step programs, if you're familiar with them, all of them always say call before, not after. I mean, you call after, but call before. You kind of like make a decision to go back to drinking or doing drugs. But I called before, and the person that I called before kind of like put a buffer in between me going back out to use. Let me see. It was almost like I'm battling, right? I was battling with myself at the time. Meaning that, yeah, I did want to go use, but it was not unnatural for me not to want to go take a drink or do drugs. It was natural for me to want to do it because I had been doing it for so long. But after a while, you know, when I had called that person, I had got out, they came and picked me up from the bus station. So, I'm gonna tell you, when they came and picked me up, they held me hostage for a whole entire day. I thought, you know, I'm trying to break away from them, you know, so I can go with my family. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to get away from them. But for some reason, they would not break away because they kind of like knew. Actually, they know how the disease of addiction is, or alcoholic thinking. I mean, it's the reason why I'm saying both of them is because I don't know what your flavor is. You might be the type of person that was strung out on drugs, or you might be a type of person that's strung out on alcohol. You know what I mean? Got an actual drinking problem. You know, you might be like that. So I'm saying both of them, so nobody will get lost in the conversation while I'm talking what I'm talking about. You know, because deep within me, yeah, I did want to go use, but the buffer I had put in between me and the other person, I mean, between me and using was a person. So God was like working through them to keep me from going back to the madness. So let me turn this way. So God kind of like working between both of them. I mean, this is my first video. I ain't shot video in a very long time, so be patient with me. God was working on me through them. So, make a long story short, the person I was with, I'm gonna tell you who it was. We're going ahead and just break that. That was my grandfather. So, my grandfather, out of the love and respect that he had for me, he held on to me that day because he didn't want to see me go back to how I was living my life. You know, out doing everything under the sun that caused a major unmanageability in me, to where as though I'll end up going to jail, or I end up getting in trouble. Trouble meaning, things that actually caused me not to be able to live life on life terms. I hope you can kind of like follow what I'm saying, because only thing I'm trying to do is just share my story, part of my story with you, so you can kind of like identify a little bit, because I qualify, I qualify to a point to where as though one is too many and 1,000 is never enough. And I know that through trials and of going back and forth, and that going back and forth, meaning back into addiction or alcoholism, or back out, back and forth. That's the madness of it, I know it's a lot of people right now on this day right now, that it's a lot of people who want to stop using drugs and using alcohol, and there's a lot of people who don't want to stop. They enjoy it. I mean, they don't have a problem with it. Let's put it like that. But for the people that have a problem with it, and that first step kind of like kicked in, is having the knowledge and understanding that you got a problem and you want to do something about it to change. But every time you try to do something to change, you always end up back drinking or doing drugs. And that was a problem that I had, going through relapse after relapse. And some people say, well, I done talked to different people, about this subject, and people say, well, you ain't never relapsed because you ain't never stopped. But you gotta really think about it. If in your mind as a human being, you actually said to yourself, and I know some of y'all have done this, because I'm not unique with this. Some people have prayed to God just like I had. I prayed to God so I can kind of like stop doing drugs and alcohol, right? And I will always go back to the madness. That I'm gonna get all the way to that, because this is a really big subject. I will always go back to drinking and doing drugs. And I'm telling you, from my experience, because this is not book knowledge, this is things that I lived through. And right now, I'm living it today. So this is not something that comes from out of a book, because some things you can kind of like talk about that come from out of a book, but to be for real, if you haven't really been there, you really don't know what it's really like. Me, I know what it's like. Wanting to stop it and don't know how. So, but like I say, like earlier when I started the video, I put a buffer in between me going back to use and doing drugs and alcohol. So I put a buffer. I was another person. That's because at the time I was weak. You know, I was real weak. I mean, weak meaning is that I didn't know what was really going on inside of me. Because you got to think about it. I did years and years of medicating, meaning not using pharmaceutical medicine. Medicating meaning using drugs and alcohol. Medicating meaning escaping from reality. So when reality set in, I would want to go medicate so I wouldn't have to feel nothing. And me not wanting to feel nothing is kind of like an adult who never wants to grow up. Cause you got to think about it. God, and I'm speaking from God of my understanding. God, you have to have an understanding of God. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You have to have an understanding of God and how it works in order to be able to understand what's going on with you on a deep level. Because it's a lot of people out here right now that lost. They don't they don't know that there's a better way. And I'm not saying everybody out here needs to stop drinking and doing drugs. I mean, so it's to each individual, because God made us all unique, and God gave us a deep conscious on a spiritual level. Each human being has it inside of them, to where as though you could kind of like understand what's comfortable and what's not comfortable. You can look around and see, because you got people right now that you can look at and you can say, well, I want to be like that. You might see a family over there having fun with their family, got the kids, you know, significant other, you know, and they out having a ball. They having fun, you know what I mean? Doing family stuff. And deep within you like, I want to change, I want that. But I got something that's in between me that won't allow me to enjoy that. You know what I mean? And for me, it was drugs and alcohol. You know, and the lack of understanding of who I was as a human being. You know, as a spiritual person, to where I needed to go deep within myself so I could actually learn something about me and know when I'm tearing away something from me that I actually been putting into my system for years and years and years at a time, and I'm tearing this away from me, right? I'm starting to come back to life. Meaning that I'm starting to get these feelings. I'm starting to know what it's like to feel sad. Okay, I'm feeling sad now. All right? There's nothing wrong with feeling sad. These are feelings and emotions that God gave us so we can. It's supposed to be for us as human beings. That's why God gave us feelings and emotions. You understand? And by a person not wanting to feel and have a lack of empathy for other people after they get done putting a substance in their body, whether it's marijuana, whether it's alcohol, whether it's PCP, or whatever that took them out of their self as being a human being, you know, to have some type of compassion for themselves and those around them. I mean, once you get that on a deep level, and understand that you don't need that. I understood. I gotta use I statements, right? Okay. I had to understand that I didn't need to put anything in my system anymore so I can live life on life terms. That was a beautiful thing. But it came with a price. And the price is, well, here's the thing about it. When you're trying to pay that price, it comes with work. It just don't pop up. That's why a lot of people that actually try to stop and stay stopped, they have a problem staying stopped because they're not willing to pay the price. It's something deep within you gotta be willing to tear away from you. It's something deep within you that you have to actually really want to get in tune with yourself. Like I said, you got different feelings and emotions within you. And the feelings and emotions that you have within you, you have different feelings and emotions, you know? And when I got actually in tune with those feelings and emotions and knew what I was getting ready to feel when it happened, and be able to, okay, I'm supposed to feel this. I don't have to go take a drink because I'm feeling sad. I don't have to go take a drink because I'm feeling happy. I don't have to take a drink or being with tune with who you are as a human being. God is good. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just the tip. If you want to embark on this journey, because it's a journey, it don't stop. It don't stop. Things are going to always come up. You're always going to have to live life on life terms, you know, without the use of. And here's another thing. You got a lot of people, places, and things around you that you're going to have to deal with. And then you're going to have people around you. They don't care if you actually living a clean life now. That's something you got to treasure as a human being, if that's what you want to do. You just take it a day at a time. You know? And everything else gonna sink in. And that's when you really know God is good, especially when you can look around and enjoy the moment. Like right now, I'm at the lake. Y'all can see behind me. It's really beautiful back there. And right now, I'm telling you, I've been clean for a while. And I get to enjoy a lot of different things now. The reason why I'm shooting these kind of videos is because if you are struggling with this, you no longer have to struggle. Just put one foot in front of the other. It's not easy. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because you're gonna be dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. You're gonna be wanting things overnight, but it don't come overnight. It never happens overnight. But one thing I can say, if you put one foot in front of the other, I promise you, you will get over whatever you trying to get over, because this too, it shall pass. You know, even if it's something bad going on. And then when you know what, I look back on some of the things that I've been through, and I say, man, if I didn't know what I know now, I probably would have used behind that. Like, let's say a death in my family. I done had people pass away on me. I didn't have relationship. I was married once upon a time, got divorced. I got through that. I didn't use. I income problems, like money, income. I didn't use behind that. I didn't go off the deep end and do nothing stupid. You know. I mean, it's a beautiful thing when you can kind of like put things on the shelf and then like really look at it, and then you look at each year that they went by clean. I look at it like that. I look at it like it's a trophy, like it's something I got on the shelf. I remember like last year where I was at right now at this given time last year, and I see a lot of the things that happened between last year, this time, and all the way up to now. It's not an overnight process. I mean, I just want to motivate you as a person. I mean, God is good. You get your circle, you get you a circle of people, and you get a circle of people that believe in you. And if you can't find a circle of people that believe in you, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself that you love yourself. And get with the God of your understanding. Because I ain't going to tell you how to worship God, you know. Because I don't know, you might be a person that might be a Muslim. You might be a Jehovah's Witness. You might be a, what do you call it, a Seventh-day Adventist. Or you might be a person who don't believe in God. But you have to believe in a higher power in order to understand, to be able to live a new way of life. It's more than just going cold turkey. Yeah, you can go cold turkey, but then there's other things in between that you got to do. You know. All I can say for me is God is good. March 7, 2007, all the way up till, let's say 2007, all the way up to 2023. I done been through a whole lot. I done seen a whole lot. And that ain't even that long. To be honest with you, that's a smidget of time. But just being able to get that within you and kind of like put one foot in front of the other and move forward. That's a good thing. So, this is my first video. I'm going to tell everybody that's watching this, if you one of them type of people and you want to change your life and you want to stop doing drugs and alcohol and you got a problem with it, you know, don't be scared to reach out to somebody, you know, and talk about it. I mean, talk to people that's serious-minded about it, not the people that's joking. Because you got some people who don't care about that. You know, they don't want you to get clean. There's people out there like that, for real. There's some people out here want to actually see you use. They want to see you use. I'm telling you, because I be around people like that, and I can feel it in them. And I ain't going to actually say they want to see me. They just don't care. You know, you got a lot of self-centered people out here, and that's just how it is. That's just the way of the world. All right, this is me. This video been going long enough. I'm going to get with y'all in the next video. Peace. Check out the scenery. It's beautiful. Y'all be blessed.